Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're still watching Nile TV International. We're still covering the latest developments on the ground concerning the American-Israeli-Iranian war. And to talk more about this topic, we are delighted to have with us over the phone Dr. Yehia Abdul Qader. He is a tourism counselor. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
Thank you very much, Dr. Yehia, for joining us today in Nile TV International. I'd like to start first by asking you, how did Egypt preserve its image as one of the safest and most stable countries in the region?
Well, really, this is due to the solid, strategy and policy of Egyptian administration and the President Abdul Sisi. That's why Egypt is regarded one of the safest, travel destinations and safe haven for travelers on a global basis. And this has been, released and declared by major generating travel markets, Canada, USA, UK, Spain and Ireland, where they had trip advisors, recommending traveling to Egypt, as it is safe haven for travelers and for inbound and outbound travel as well.
Yeah. Dr. Yehia, to what extent does the element of security plays a major role in choosing the district for vacation by the tourists?
Well, really, security, for world travelers is have a very, a high major concern. The United Nations World Tourism Organization, the issue, daily, bulletins about travel destinations worldwide and where are the areas of conflict and where it is safeguarded, for travelers worldwide. They account by the billions every year. So that's why Egypt has been recommended, for example, by Ireland as having excellent, diving facilities at the Red Sea shores and the beaches and aquatics. So really we had good, awards, worldwide due to our policy for securing travel worldwide.
Yeah. And how can Egypt's reputation be invented, Dr. Yehia, as a secure tourism destination in the promotion campaigns worldwide?
Well, just last week, the ITB, one of the top, travel exhibitions worldwide was held in Berlin. And the Minister of Tourism, he held a press conference for world media, for tour operators, for major hotel chains, and for world airlines as well. And he outlined that last year Egypt, welcomed over 19 million visitors, and that was a good year. So really its destination and its policy and management of tourism secures its safe and hospitable location worldwide.
Yeah. And Dr. Yehia, how do you view the role of social media lately in the tourism sector?
Well, social media really is a very sensitive, instrument to promote or demote, some of the destinations. So they should be reviewed carefully, but it has a major influence, especially on young, travelers worldwide. And now we have seen now the influencers, and bloggers, they have followers by the millions.
Yeah.
But among that, we have to be careful about managing the tourist facilities and policies on a national scale, because some tourists, they would complain about something they are not used to it because of the traditions and the practice and the customs. So they should be carefully reviewed from time to time.
And Dr. Yehia, how do you view the inauguration of lately the Grand Egyptian Museum inauguration and its impact on tourism so far?
Well, really, this is, a great promotion for Egypt and for antiquities and heritage worldwide. On November 4, was the grand opening of the Grand Egyptian Museum, and we have, millions of visitors, lining up to tour the facilities. And the exquisite, collection of 100,000 artifacts displayed at the Grand Egyptian Museum, travel media, world documentaries, so really it will be promote Egypt this year, inshallah,
Yeah.
and will have a good return, definitely.
Dr. Yehia, how does stability and security in Egypt affect the trust of tourists coming from other countries?
Well, it plays as a major factor because, like travelers, like they plan for their trip and vacations for 1 or 2 years, and they have to allocate a budget for that, and like check all the destination, like how secure it is, like how safe it is, and the type of accommodation, the food, the tours, transportation. So travelers now are very sophisticated when they select, like their upcoming trip and holidays. So that's why Egypt has been outlined in the trip advisors issued by the major immigrating travel market as it's safe and hospitable, and it has a low crime rate.
Dr. Yehia, as a tourism counselor, what are the must-see destinations in Egypt at this time?
Say that again, must see?
Must see, must visit.
Yeah, we're really, like Egypt is a major, like heritage, archaeological, historical, like destination worldwide. So Egyptian civilization, like I've been a travel counselor for 8 years in the U.S. And in elementary school they teach, like children in kindergarten about Egyptian civilization, history, and heritage. So it's recognized worldwide. That's why major, like plans for visitors is to come and tour its archaeological facilities, museums, temples, and attractions, all the way from Cairo to Luxor and Aswan. But there are major portion of travelers who love to spend their holidays and vacations on beach resorts, like Mediterranean, the Red Sea, Sinai, and Sharm el-Sheikh as well.
Yeah, and as working in the field, Dr. Yehia, did you witness any decrease in the number of tourists coming to Egypt, or increase, or what?
Well, really, like we had good years.
Affected
like
by the war, I mean.
Since 1920, like, of course, like major conflicts worldwide, they have an effect. But, like, luckily, like we're very close to Europe, just like 3 or 4 hours flight to major destinations from European and from the North America and South America as well. So, like tours, like are flowing as usual, but from time to time there is some cancellations because, like visitors, they have plans, like pre and post plans as well for travelers. Maybe they like to come to Egypt and go to another destination. So because of this, they have to modify their plans when traveling to a distinctive travel destination like Egypt.
Yeah. Dr. Yehia, due to the war between America and Israel and Iran, there were a lot of cancellations and airports shutting their activities. How do you view this, and this affecting the tourism in Egypt?
Well, we have seen there is like about 13, 14 countries, like where Egypt Air, they couldn't make the regular, like tours and the flights. So, of course, there is a major, like disruption worldwide because, like Asia and the GCC countries where the conflict is taking place now, this is a link to Asia, like, and Europe and Africa and North America. So there's going to be a decline in travel arrivals, but it's not going to be, like a high one because, alhamdulillah, Egypt is in a safe zone.
Thanks God. Well, Dr. Yehia Abdul, the tourism counselor, thank you very much for talking to us today in our special coverage. Ladies and gentlemen, short break, I'll be back.
A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out